While most know of Big Bend National Park, its state park sibling offers a much more rugged experience. Journey with me to the desert and explore some of the park's highlights. To break up the drive, I make a quick trip to Seminole Canyon for the night. This is one of my favorite state parks, and it features plenty of trails for hiking and biking, plenty of history, and amazing artwork from Indigenous residents in the canyons to this amazing art sculpture, The Maker of Peace by Bill Worrell. Highly recommend you visit this park along the way or as your final destination. This will not be an all-encompassing review of the park, but more of an overview of what you might expect from driving around. Driving into Big Bend Ranch State Park takes a ton of patience as you navigate the rocky park road to the park's interior. Sorry for the wind noise as I describe my drive in. I'm here at my campsite. It's La Mota Giggle here at Big Bend Ranch State Park. I knew this place was pretty open and sparse and wild, but I had no idea it was so much so. So right near my campsite, there is a trailhead for Levia. It's mostly a road to a trailhead, so I'm just going to walk a little bit. It's 7 o'clock. Sun's still up above my head. Springtime in the Chihuahuan Desert. The ocotillos right now are all blooming, and it's beautiful. I have an ocotillo tattooed on my arm. It's one of my favorite desert plants, but man, just getting into this park, I'll have a whole thing on it on the podcast, but I'm glad I'm here. I'm starting to kind of calm down a little bit and settle in. After spending a ton of brain power researching campsites, I opted to camp at La Mota 1 for my first night. The thing that hit immediately was the openness and the quiet. For the entire time I was at this park, I only interacted with a few people. This is definitely a top pick for parks if you enjoy complete solitude. The campsites are primitive and offer limited amenities. It is highly recommended that you're prepared with your own toilet system. But the campsites give you plenty of room, and the views are amazing in every direction. Check out how dirty my vehicle got from driving around the park. On day 2 of my stay, I decided to drive around the park and scout for another campsite. I'll be honest, the quiet got into my head, and I did seek out just a little bit of noise to drown out an overactive imagination. With the amount of time I had here, and with the other things on my itinerary, I didn't get to drive around the entire park. That would have taken a much longer visit, but I enjoyed putting my tires on dirt and exploring different parts of this Texas state park. If you're interested in a full-on 4-wheel drive adventure, I'll put an amazing guide in the description below. The roads at Big Bend Ranch State Park are pretty well marked if you're on one of the 2-wheel drive high clearance. It looks like there's been a handful of different vehicles on this road. I can see the tire tracks. You can definitely see what isn't the road. But just to be safe, I am utilizing Gaia GPS just to make sure I'm headed in the right direction. So that's me, and I'm making my way all the way around down to this road here to get to the other visitor center. I've only gone this far. The Sauceda Ranger Station at Big Bend Ranch is a historic hub in the heart of West Texas, steeped in the region's rugged history.
Originally established as part of a working ranch in the late 19th century, Sauceda was a centerpiece of ranching operations in the Big Bend area. After a full day of exploring art exhibits in Marfa, it was time to get back to the park and move into the second campsite of my trip. I settled on a site that is near one of the cattle pens called Ojo Escondido. One of the pluses for this campsite is the vault toilet nearby, just in case you forget your toilet. It was nestled behind the large boulder and had amazing views of the landscape. The sun setting over the ridge was the perfect way to end the night and let the night sky show off a bit. The third and final day meant some more exploring in the park and make my way to the outer portions to do some additional hiking. I drove around on some of the smaller 4x4 roads, but nothing that my vehicle couldn't handle. As I made my way out of the park, I made sure to take some time to admire the landscape. I decided to stop at this rock formation, not knowing it was also home to some wonderful indigenous art. The site is called Cuevas Amarillas, and at ground level you'll see the historic handprints, but if you're able to, climb on top to see additional mortar holes and imagine what life was like here with all of the features found carved into the rock. One of the best drives in Texas has got to be River Road, which borders the southern part of the park. Two of the top hikes will be found here, and the Hoodoos Trail is a spot that shouldn't be skipped. There is a loop trail here, and that will take you around parts of the park that were used for ranching trails. So once you're done there, head down towards the water and admire the Rio Grande. I did have some hikers from outside of Texas comment that they expected the river to be more grander than this, which was a bit humorous. Head back onto the road and make your way to Clos Canyon. This was one of my favorite hikes, and it reminded me a lot of the Window Trail at Big Bend National Park. It wasn't as long as a hike, and the terrain didn't shift as dramatically, but the rocks are slick, so still important to be cautious while hiking. There were multiple casualties on this trail in recent years, so park rangers had to shorten the trail twice to discourage hikers from going too far into the canyon. Seems like it would be easy to get back, but the rocks are much taller going back up than dropping down, so follow the park rules and do not go beyond the trail end boundary. There you have a small overview of what to expect at Big Bend Ranch State Park. Find the link to the full recap below. The Texas Trailhead website features park recaps from all over the state. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, as it really helps show my videos to more people. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe to the channel for videos about life on and off the trail. Take care, y'all.